Hello, friends. Welcome back to another A Wicked Lifestyle vlog. We're doing 31 days and we're on day 5. If you're new here, welcome. Um, okay. I always have something on my mind and there's always something that I can talk about. But then it's like once I get in front of the camera when I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and discuss whatever it is we were going to discuss. Then it's like, I really don't feel like discussing a whole lot. I had a long day. The days are long right now. They just are long. Oh, but I sent my car to be repaired. Yay! So that I can be mobile again. I mean, like Uber, but it's not like having your own car. So I did that. I'm excited. Hopefully, it won't take long to be repaired. Once it's repaired, then we'll go do stuff. We'll actually leave the house because I miss going into stores. Even though I wasn't going into stores that much, I like going to Dollar Tree. I miss Dollar Tree. Really, I do. Truly, truly. I'm so mad that I'm missing the seasons of Dollar Tree. I have an excess of glasses. Why do I have so many Dollar Tree glasses? Like, Dollar Tree. And since we out here in Vegas too, they have like bar type glasses. Yeah, the glasses are nice. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, but then just Dollar Tree. You can go on their website and buy it too, but it's just not the same. It is just not the same. And then once we get the car taken care of, this is what the real problem has been. It's like a catch 22 because I needed to take care of the car to go to the doctor to take care of my energy levels, but I didn't have the energy to take care of the car. But really, I mean, okay, dealing with people takes a lot of energy out of me. I know it's bad to say, but dealing with people takes a lot of energy out of me. All I really had to do, which I did today, was call the insurance company, and they sent out a tow truck guy, and I didn't even have to go to the tow truck guy, and they sent the car to my mechanic, and the mechanic gets the car, and so they fix it. They call me when it's ready. I like it like that. Um, and that's why I go to them. I don't really have to be involved with the process until it's time to come in and pay for it, and then that's what I do. I just pay for it, and since this is insurance, so it's already paid for. It's already paid for. But anyway, so once the car gets back, I'm gonna go to the doctor. I have to see a new primary. I don't really necessarily keep a primary doctor because I think it's redundant. My needs exceed primary care, so I just go to my specialist. But the way it's all set up, it's like, well, you gotta go to this person first. You gotta. Why? I just need one person. Well, really, I need more people than that. But for the most major part, I just need one person, just one. And there are other doctors who have been there as well, but he works for me in that I'm primary in my own care. I'm primary, and then he's the specialist. I take care of myself first. I report back to the specialist, and he says, okay, this is what it could be. Even after I've already try to self-diagnose everything. I try not to do that. I just try to look up the facts and say, this what happened, this is what happened, and this is what I did to counteract that, and blah blah blah, and blah blah blah, and this is what happened, and this is what happened, and he'll say, okay, and then we have a treatment. Go get the blood test. We'll see where your levels are, and we'll come up with a treatment. There's trust there. I don't feel like I have to go at it with him, like with, oh, you need to take this medication. Obviously, I could probably stand some iron, but the whole point is, I'm going to get iron. It's an iron infusion, but it has to be a specific type of iron. It's not just over the counter iron. I didn't even know that there was more than one type of iron. But it has to be a specific type of iron. But then overall, it's only a temporary fix because my body rejects iron. That's the whole point. It just rejects the iron completely. Like, you got too much iron. And then blood metabolizers. Can't have cinnamon. I hate the holidays. I love me everything with cinnamon in it. Can I have that? That will make you bleed out, for me at least. Just ginger. Look, how you gonna like Asian cuisine as much as you do and can't even stomach ginger? What? So that's out. Barbecue sauce. You was black? When? Girl, no barbecue sauce because it has vinegar in it. Because I can't have vinegar. You'd be surprised at how much stuff has vinegar in it that you just didn't even realize. I'm like, so since we know that I could be one of those people who checked everything. I can't live my life like that. Listen, I had to put some barbecue sauce on some nasty meatballs just a few minutes ago. I cannot live my life like that. So if I didn't eat that much. Everything has to be in moderation. And then it has to be in moderation to what my levels currently are, which I don't know. So, my theory is, I know I'm not well. I know that I'm sick, but I can still get up. I can bathe. I can take a shower. Oh, that's the same thing, huh? I can prepare a meal is what I actually meant to say. I could do some light chores. I could sit here at my office desk and do my work from home stuff. I love this job. It's second to my favorite call center job, which was Nordstrom, because literally they had me working 16 hours a day and I did not mind. I was shopping all day long on the website. Two of my favorite things, we online, and I'm helping the customers. Yes, they taking my style advice. I do have some style when I get dressed, but most of the time I don't have a need to get dressed. Not these days, not right now. I could make time to get dressed, but we're back to where we started. I don't have the energy. So we're gonna just chill in our little bubble, just not too much longer. I mean, I kind of want to go out for New Year's, but it's so cold. I cannot function in the cold. So that has me thinking about, okay, if I'm gonna go out for New Year's, then I need a new outfit, right? You don't just work just to work, right? I'm working. This is the channel, and we gonna put something that y'all want to see on the channel, and I need to present because I'm the talent, right? So the talent needs a wardrobe. So if I'm gonna go out on New Year's, even if it ends up being just me by myself, harassing people on the strip. We do that. I've been doing that, harassing people with random, meaningless tits or ass polls since I was in my teens. I do not have a problem with approaching people. It's not a problem. Random people. It's actually really fun. It's better than people watching. Talk to the people if you can. Just talk to them. They're interesting, which is why I love my call center job, because I could just talk to the people. But yes, so I want to find something warm to wear that's cute. Might get some new boots, but then the timing of things matters too, because even though I can get to the primary. Okay, I'm in Nevada. I'm a student. Technically, I'm still a resident of California. I'm a student in Nevada, so all my healthcare is in California. That's where my doctor is. I needed to stay there. I need to get to my doctor. We like 20 years in, and if you've gone to any doctor and you have that much time in, let's start training. How long when are you going to retire? I need to know this in advance. We need to. Okay, so we like up there, 15, 20 years in, more than 15 years for sure. Yeah, so I have to make a pit stop in the town that I lived in, LA. Okay, if you're not from California, it's LA. If you are from California, it's outlets before you get to Vegas. Y'all know where that is. So I have to make a pit stop before I go there. It's just only 2.5 hours out. It's not a bad drive for me to go there and back. But then if I want to make it or go see my doctor, I have to go farther. So I was just gonna fly into Long Beach because the reason why my car is in the shop is because I was driving through Joshua Tree. Like, the roads are so fun to drive. Oh my God, if my car didn't have such a low center of gravity, I probably would have flown off the road. Excuse me. In fact, I almost did, even with the low center of gravity that my car is. I was like, ooh, I better slow down. But it was only me on the road. I had it all to myself. Loved it. It was better than freeway driving. Yes. Well, oh my gosh. That drive back from the last time I drove to Long Beach, I stopped to see someone who let me know that I was somebody. We don't need to discuss all of that, but the drive, instead of going around or going back toward the freeway, I went around. I took the long route. I took the scenic route, and there were no cars, and I had a long, straight paved road, and I was flying. It was so nice. It was really nice. I just like to drive my car. I could have, the sun was coming up, and then I got on the back road. Well, it's like a side road. It kind of runs parallel to the 15 freeway. It's over there. You can get lost over there, but I've driven it enough times now that I won't get lost. I know it by heart. Really, just follow the signs. And so I've driven that road or whatever. It looks so eerie at night when the trains are there. You don't see the train. There's no lights around except for the train lights, and they just look like they're hovering and floating in the air, and they're just red lights, and it just is so eerie. But if the top is down, you can look up and you can see all of the stars. Now, obviously, I can't do that if I'm driving fast, but it wasn't that kind of occasion. I was driving fast. But then you just, go. It's a really, for me, it's a really nice drive. I love it. I've driven almost all of the roads, or yeah, almost all of the roads in California, except for northern California, except for San Francisco. And like after San Francisco, so going north. I haven't been on the other side. Um, like once you get past San Francisco, I haven't been that far north. Um, Not in California. But yeah, so I will fly home, not in my car, but on an actual airplane to get all this taken care of. Oh, because if I have to make the pit stop first, I don't know when that's gonna occur. So if I don't get to the specialist before it's time to go out, then I don't know how I'm gonna feel about going out. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna watch the fireworks from my balcony because I don't have the energy to try it. Imagine being intoxicated without actually being intoxicated. It's like I'm already off balance, probably confused, can barely speak, slurring my words like I do. Can't think of the words. What is it called? I don't know. So we'll see what happens between now and then. It's dependent upon when I get the car back to go and can make an appointment with the primary care doctor. And then, like, I would just take a day off of work and fly. Very things. I like airplanes. Love being on an airplane, just looking out the window. You know. Really, let's see. How long is this video? It really is long enough. I could stop right here, but we'll just, at least since we have been doing hour-long video, it's 8:43. We'll go maybe for like another 15 minutes. How about that? And then I have other things to do. It's not over yet. It's never over. But I decorated the Christmas tree yesterday. You saw that video. I could tell you about weeping for the world in 15 minutes, but do you want to hear about me weeping for the world today? I have a whole video about it, showing you the perpetual death. Like, it's the perpetual death, literally. So you'll see that with me and my dramatic self on Christmas because we have a lot to discuss. I'll give you a good Christmas Eve story leading up to the perpetual death story. We can make a whole cinematography out of it. Just kidding. It is quite some unbelievable stuff that I'm here to share. I'm here to do a lot, not just sit here and shoot the shit like we used to do. I mean, that's fun. But we have a lot to accomplish with this life. So, this is just the getting started point. I'll tell you why I was crying yesterday. Y'all, those of you, if you found this video and you know who I am already and you know me, like you watched all them all them videos, followed me to Facebook even, and wherever else you may have followed me to, I appreciate you as always. Um, y'all know I weep for the world. I've said this so much, like stuff, because it's like I feel like I know my place in it. I've come to learn that while I've been gone, like my place in the world, and it's not to just get by in life or go unnoticed or like y'all know. Okay, so if you're new here, let's pretend that everyone is new here. Don't be mean in the comments. Um, you guys don't know this about me, so I will share, and I will try to keep it brief because it's very, very, very intricate, and a lot of it sometimes is still hard for me to grasp. So I'm like, I don't really expect anyone else to get it, but if y'all could actually get it, because you really need to get it. Um, and that's why the drama on Christmas, because you actually need to get it. So let's start with the obvious. My name is Shalina Hood, as in Robin Hood. Robin Hood, who left a legacy of stealing from the rich to give to the poor. Okay, that really don't necessarily have to do with anything with me, not if I want to, right? All right. Okay, what's next? Let's jump into my birthday. I was born on the summer solstice. So, a lot of people born on the summer solstice. But also, you can barely see it, or the lines have started to fade. And I always thought to myself, there was a line. You can see this line that looks like an N in my hand, right? Right there. I'm slow. Well, anyway, there was a line that connected them, the 2 points. If this way, infinity. If this way, hourglass, Z. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, more stuff, not a big deal. I can handle this. It's interesting. I was like, I don't see how time would break. And then 2020, I was like, oh, I have visions. My vision was of the, what do you call it? Sickness, oppression, division equals the Holy Grail. But I didn't realize it was an equation when I had the vision. I was, seeing things that when I saw them, and this is mine too. You might not want to believe it, but they said claim it and then go tell it on the mountain. So that's what we doing. Which there's a Mount Hood and there's a Fort Hood. Okay, don't none of that really have nothing to do with me, but it's there. And y'all know everything else Hood, so I'm not gonna go into all of that. But the night that I had the vision, it was just images projected on the wall, and I just could see things from those images. I was upset because somebody came for me and they tried to catch my life up in the hood kind of way, like, girl, you won't ever see me sitting in anyone's prison ever. I mean, like, might have to go to a federal penitentiary if I have to do some Martha Stewart time, maybe, but that's about it. Not the kind of caught up she was trying to get me on some petty drama. So anyway, I had a case. And the next, I was writing a blog and everything. You know how I'm emotional. I don't know. It was all arbitrary, like everything everything is arbitrary, right? And so I was writing about it. And then I was emotional, like I am, crying, trying to keep it back already. And a little tiny spider, like a tiny pinhead spider, came down from the wall. And this is after I went through my whole let's end my life thing. Why? Never. I'm glad we got beyond that. Hope you, if you're there, please get beyond that. If not, reach out to somebody. Don't let it be if not. Life is far too entertaining once you get beyond it. So I was like, okay, we're gonna do all this whole be at peace and live and let live. It's just a little spider. What the spider gonna do to me? Even if it's just a little pinch. So little Miss Muffet me, sat on the side of my bed and let the spider come. I was like, land on my hand. Come here, little spider. Shh, little spider, little spider. But it got to about like right here off my hand. And then it went back up and it made a knot. And then it went back up some more and it made another knot. And the next day it rained and out came the double rainbows. And so, yes, they used to call me Skittles, right? Love how, don't you just love how this all ties together? Which is unbelievable, like, because of the way that things are happening. Is like, really? We gonna get into it because I'll be watching these videos. Okay. So then the heaviest of it all, I guess, is the bleeding. Back in the day, I watched a movie called Stigmata, and I was like, because I feel like I have to find the story behind why I am, like, because I'm human having a transcendental experience. So in order to find out, which ones, the ones that I'm supposed to relate to, or I have no idea. I watched Stigmata, and this is when I learned about people who exhibit the wounds of Christ. I don't exhibit the wounds of Christ. I just have nosebleeds. Okay. I did cry blood tears once. That was scary, interesting. I did not document it because at the time there was a mass shooting at Fort Hood. See what I'm saying? So I was weeping for the world. And so I'm in this position if we are talking about the changing of the ages and being the water bearer, stuff like that, like, okay, how far bigger than me is it? Listen, I try to make it myself feel like I'm not the only one in this capacity, in this lifetime, but the blood stuff is really rare. Like, okay, it makes me lose my train of thought. So okay, I had started studying about stigmata. I study stuff about blood, how it changes, like those antibodies and stuff. I've had so many blood transfusions, so which brings me to another show that I saw on Amazon Prime. It's a show. It's about a girl. I can't remember right now, but anyway, basically she had the DNA coding for all of the diseases that had ever existed in the world. And so if you know anything about blood and DNA and why it's sacred, it's like, okay, for the most part, I don't get sick, but I ain't playing with y'all with this new mess. Y'all go play with that. I'm gonna stay inside. I'll wait. That's why I haven't had a blood transfusion since 2019, since before this mess. I'm not getting involved. Okay. Um, y'all handle this. I'll wait until I get the stop releasing new variants, please. Please. I'm not participating in all of that. I promise you. I will not participate in that. Not in that capacity. Um yeah. What else? New stuff I found out this year. My blood cells are shaped like teardrops. And when they come together, they form little hearts. How do you make hearts? This way? Yeah, you get the picture. I'm slow. Don't worry about it. But I was like, somebody else documented it. They were like, girl, go get a blood transfusion. And they were like, okay, because she came in here. I walked in there, but I shouldn't have been walking in there. Someone should have been willing me in there. But somebody put the blood under a microscope and they documented what was under the microscope. And I was curious. So I got a microscope and I looked at it for myself and I recorded a video and I was like, oh my gosh. They didn't even say that part. I ain't gonna even tell you the other stuff. I don't know. That's for another video. But anyway, because we got like 3 minutes left. We might go over. I don't know. I'm gonna get chatty. But anyway. So all this irrefutable stuff. And I'm like, it keeps getting deeper and deeper. Like part of how I take care of myself is with a saline solution. It's just baking soda and water. That helps. I use tobacco for vasoconstriction so that my thin water-like blood just don't keep flowing out of me. It makes my capillaries, veins, vessels, just make them shrink. So that, because if you have a straw that this is this big and you just have water going through it, think of your blood as a smoothie at least. It's not going to go through as fast, like some boba or whatever. But if it's just the tea and you got the boba straw, then that's not going to work too well, right? You know. So that, but we hanging in there, be weeping for the world. So that's why yesterday's video looks like it did, because while I've been over here calling it the perpetual death, I've been watching them Bible videos. I need to know all of it. I probably don't need to know all of it, but I need to know, because whether people realize it or not, we're in Revelations. I hate to break it to you, but you see the Euphrates River drying up. You have this other river near Jordan. Just all the rivers are, and in other places too, they're just turning red. Blood red. Okay? And so I saw one video. Look, they've been telling me a whole bunch of stuff. This goes so deep. Like, the more I dig, like the 21st tarot card is of the world. Yes, I weep for it. That's the day I was born on. So I'll be watching those Bible stories. I should stop watching those. But if I don't connect with the world because I'm in this bubble, then I won't weep for the world and the water bearer won't exist. I have to be, I literally have to be empathetic. We got 1 minute because I'm not about to give it to you today. I had it yesterday. And they were like, I saw a video about the undying body. I don't know anything about this. I'm like, what new information is this to me? Because I've considered it a perpetual death. But conversely, it's an undying body. And I'm still working on it because that was the plan. I didn't realize that was the plan when I made it the plan. I was just like, let my body do what it wants to do. It wants to just defy what it's defying, or do what it's doing. Let it do what it's doing. And this is why I don't have too many doctors, because they are like, oh, the textbooks say this. Oh, y'all are getting it. But it's time to go. But y'all get it. So thank you for joining us today. Hopefully we'll get this one up by this evening. Okay, thanks again for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.